Now at 6, a police chase through northeast Portland ends with a car flipped on its side. What led up to the chase, plus what happened to the driver, just ahead.
And ballots have started being sent out for Oregon's primary election, but could the federal push to change mail-in voting impact this election? We have that answer coming up in a live report.
Plus, Portland Fire playing in their first preseason game in over 2 decades. How the new team did against the Seattle Storm as they prepare for their inaugural season in just a few minutes, as your News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Thursday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis are standing by. No countdown for you today, Rod. You already missed sunset.
Oh, you're right. Yesterday we got to count down. But
Loser.
Too late.
The sun came up this morning at 6 o'clock sharp. At this point, we're still waiting for it to get up over the Cascades before we can see it. Here's the Salem tasting room view looking off to the east from Sherwood. Beautiful morning out there, 49. Some of you are close to 40. Corvallis, good morning. You're one of those spots, but generally it's not bad outside. Here's the Vancouver, the Springs, the waterfront camera along the Columbia. 46 is the number. So to the bus stop we'll go. We'll go mid to upper 40s on average out the door this morning. A little bit of passing cloudiness coming in the coming hours, but really most of today will be sunny. Mid 60s at noon, around 76 when the kids get out of school, and the temperature could get up to 80 by 5 p.m. this afternoon. Here's Chris.
Wow, what an awesome day. All right, let's start the drive off on a good note, right? I-205 over the Glen Jackson Bridge right there, zipping along just fine. I-5 south of town, that's near Capitol Highway, that looks good. And the Sylvan Hill, a little bit busier on Highway 26 inbound from our last check, but still no crashes, no unexpected delays, and pretty close to a speed limit clip out there for all of us right now on the freeway. As a reminder, the Broadway Bridge, not only do we have the overnight weeknight closures, the bridge has reopened already this morning, but now the county announcing that there will be a full weekend closure from 5 a.m. Saturday through 5 a.m. Monday as they continue work on that lift replacement, that lift deck replacement. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Well, 4 people were sent to the hospital late last night after a car crash in Longview. Cowlitz Fire and Rescue responded to Ocean Beach Highway just before 2 a.m. When they got there, 2 men were trapped beneath an upside-down truck. 2 other people were able to get out of their car involved that was resting on its side. All 4 people were taken to the hospital. We don't know their conditions at this point. Officials say the cause of the crash is under investigation, but alcohol is believed to be a factor. Meantime, a woman is in custody after authorities say that she fled a traffic stop, crashing into other cars, then rolling the vehicle on its side. Portland police say the car took off from officers around 8 o'clock last night. They were trying to put out spike strips when they say the driver swerved and hit 2 other cars on Northeast 8th and Lombard. The car came to a stop on its side on the sidewalk where police took the driver into custody. 2 other drivers were also taken to the hospital. At this point, it doesn't appear that their injuries are life-threatening.
Oregon State Police are asking for help finding a person they say illegally took eggs from a protected bird's nest. Authorities believe the eggs were taken last June by the railroad trestle near River Villa Park in Milwaukee. Now, the nest is protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, which makes it illegal to possess, sell, or purchase migratory bird eggs, though there are some exceptions. Anyone with any information is asked to call the Turn-In Poachers tip line. That number is 1-800-452-7888.
Police are asking for help identifying suspects who broke into a Southeast Portland garden center and stole thousands in plants. Surveillance video here shows 2 vehicles back up to the front gate just before 6 a.m. Tuesday. 3 masked suspects dressed up in black load up the vehicle and take off. The owners say the thieves took about 5 minutes to steal around $2,000 in merchandise.
Honestly, it feels like someone broke in, just grabbed anything that was colorful so they can turn around and go either resell it or plant it in someone's yard to make some money. It was just really kind of violating more than anything, just seeing someone just willingly coming in and taking what they want.
And to make matters worse, he says the theft came ahead of one of their busiest weekends of the year, Mother's Day weekend.
We'll call it the case of a bronze bandit because someone's been stealing statues of animals from a North Portland park. Sea turtles, an otter, alligator, and the keys to a xylophone have all disappeared from the playground at Arbor Lodge Park, leaving kids missing the art and adults with safety concerns. Portland Parks and Rec says the disappearances started last June, and all that's left are the protruding screws.
Ballots are now in the mail for Oregon's primary election, which is set for Tuesday, May 19th.
And if you live in Multnomah County, there are a few key things to know about when and where to return them. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson is in the newsroom to break it all down. Corey.
Yeah, Matthew, China ballots are on the way right now. And if you don't have yours yet, elections officials say you should receive it by Thursday, May 7th. Now, when it comes to returning your ballot, you've got a couple of options. You can mail it in, but timing does matter, so that's important to keep in mind. The county elections director recommends sending it about 5 days before Election Day, while the Secretary of State is suggesting a full 7 days ahead. Or you can skip the mail altogether and use one of more than 30 ballot drop sites across the county. All Multnomah County libraries are drop sites, but if your library is closed, there are nearby alternatives. For example, in North Portland, voters can use a walk-up ballot box near James John Elementary School. In Southeast Portland, there's a drop site at the Hawthorne Holds pickup location. And in Gresham, even though the library is closed there's still a drive-up ballot drop box in the parking lot. Ballots can be dropped off until 8 p.m. on Election Day, and if you're in line at the time, you can still turn it in. Security is also a focus. Officials saying ballots are collected regularly with a secure chain of custody from drop box to elections office. And while there have been attempts to change the mail-in voting process on the federal level, something that's currently in court, those won't impact this primary.
We are operating under the rules as they are in Oregon right now. And so there's no changes to how you would cast your ballot with the vote by mail process that's been tried and true in Oregon for 26 years.
And if your ballot doesn't show up, you can contact your local elections office to get help or request a replacement. You can also track your ballot for free online. And another thing to note, voters in Multnomah County won't see city or county races on this ballot. That's because those races have moved to November under ranked choice voting. Matthew?
Corey Johnson reporting from the newsroom. Corey, thank you. Meanwhile, 2 of the 3 candidates in the race for Washington County Chair faced off in a debate yesterday afternoon. Both candidates are current county commissioners. KGW's David Molko was the moderator. They covered everything from taxes to data centers to President Trump's policies and where they stand on the gas tax that's currently on the statewide ballot.
Yes, cutting red tape for small businesses so that they can thrive. Addressing the housing and utility costs. You know, the affordability crisis is real.
My top priority is the economic resiliency of Washington County and how that affects the affordability that our residents face.
Pam Trisdale focused on her leadership and experience as a commissioner since 2018. Meanwhile, Nafisa Fai, who was first elected in 2020, touched on accessibility and accountability.
The Portland Japanese Garden is getting ready to celebrate Children's Day this weekend. It's a Japanese holiday honoring the health and happiness of our youngest. Festivities will include origami workshops, drum performances, and colorful carp banners. Visitors can also learn about the garden's iconic koi fish and see them up close.
We are so excited to welcome families to one of the most festive and fun days of the year here at the garden, and the weather is also going to be cooperating with one of the nicest forecasts we've had for this event in years.
She listens to Rod Hill, she does. It's happening this Sunday. For more information, including hours and tickets, head to Japanese Garden's website.
Well, I remember Rod made fun of me for going to the Japanese garden in March because there was nothing there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
You got to be patient.
I know, but I know we're getting closer to that time of year. So
we are indeed, and of course we get into June. We have the Rose Garden in bloom up at Washington Park, so exciting times ahead. The one camera I have that's cloudy this morning, and this is tied to that bit of passing cloudiness that's now starting to move into the coast, is down in Lincoln City. Our Schnook Winds Casino Resort camera, 49 is the temperature. We are sunny. We have the rising sun. We found it. There it is, popping over the Cascades. As you look off to the east from the Wells Fargo camera this morning, 48 is the number. Generally, it's a really nice morning. Some passing cloudiness in the coming hours. Not sure how thick or thin it will be. And then other than that, just a sunny day coming. 55 in Forest Grove right now. It's 44 in Troutdale. That's kind of the general range. 42 Salem, Almsville, and Dallas. A little bit cooler down in the mid-valleys, you can see, but it's pretty nice outside overall. And here is the afternoon map, which is very nice. We have no rain chance today out east. Upper 60s to about 70 for you folks. 70s in Central Oregon. Shows Bend 72 at 5 o'clock. Shows Portland and Kelso upper 70s. Both cities could hit 80 today for a high, and then temperatures 50s and 60s along the coast. Here's our 7-day, which continues to be all dry. 80 today. If we make it, it would become the first 80-degree day of the year. 76 tomorrow, 77 Saturday. We're going to leave Sunday at 88. Yesterday I thought, well, maybe we'll hit 90. I don't feel that way today, but I still think mid-80s at least is a slam dunk, and then in the 70s to start the week. What a week.